Good morning, everyone. This is Ida. I have a project share, you guys. I have been playing with a new die that my daughter got in, and I'm going to show you what I created. Let me actually have several things I want to share with you guys, but let me start moving all this out of the way. I have my pieces cut out. Okay, the first thing I want to share with you guys is a card I created. Look at this beautiful card, you guys. Isn't this beautiful? This is not just a fall card because of the sunflowers and the colors, but this can be a spring card. This can be any occasions card. And all it says is hello. Now, the die that I used, the only dies that I used to make this card, well, I used 3 dies altogether, but it's not necessary. I did use a rectangle pierced edge die that, like I said, it's not necessary. I could have just cut the squares and they would have worked just fine. I did use an embossing folder. My fall one is, if you can see right here, you can see the embossing on the back piece, the backdrop to this bucket full of flowers. And that's an embossing folder with fall leaves, and it's by Doris, you guys. I'll show it to you. I don't even know what it's called, but it just has a bunch of leaves and swirlies around. So this is the embossing folder that I'm really using quite a bit right now. And all I did was emboss this rectangle, and everything is on foam, you guys. Let me tell you what I don't like about when I cut my paper out with a stitch heart or any type of other dies like that. I love the way they look, but I do see where it kind of warps the paper. I mean, it doesn't look really bad. I think it's just me, you guys. I guess I could have run it through my machine. I am going to try that after I cut it out, I'm going to just take it out of the die and run it again through my machine to flatten it back out, because I like my paper straight. But it doesn't look bad, especially because of the prints that it's got on there. You can't even tell that it's that way. But when you turn it sideways, that's when you can see it. And you can see the orange foam that I used back there, you guys. And I didn't mind using orange, and I'm going to tell you because I was making it into a fall card. So if orange peeked through, that was fine with me. But normally I would have used probably a dark gray or a black in this instance. And maybe in this one I would have used a black or a white. Either or, but it looks fine. Like, nobody's going to really be picking all that. And the only 2 dies that I did use was this little bucket die, which is what I'm highlighting today, and this word hello right here. It could have said fall, it could have said anything, but I didn't have a fall die. I had fall stamps, but I didn't have any dies to cut them out. And so I decided to, and I didn't want it to be specifically for fall, so I just put hello on there. But I could have put hello fall or hello autumn or just autumn, whatever. But I decided to go with the hello. So anyway, I did the bucket, and it does have an opening up front. And I'm going to show you the die to that, you guys. I actually have, I just cut it out for you guys so y'all can see it. And I haven't even taken it out of the die, but I'm going to share that with you guys. And I am going to put the description box. In the description box, I'm going to put the Abby's link to her shop. Let me see if I can take this out without damaging it. And it cuts very cleanly, you guys. I didn't have any trouble with it. But here's the bucket. But you see the opening right here? That's where I tuck my flowers in through here, you guys. And what I did with that, I actually just kind of ran it through my fingers to kind of curve it. And that's all I did to really give it to make it round like a bucket. All I do is I pinch it on one end and just run my fingers curving it on the other. That's all I do. And see how it gives that curved effect? So that's what I did. Now I cut out the handle in a silver, even though this, I'm going to show you the paper that I used to cut it out. Look at this beautiful paper, you guys. I picked this paper up. I believe it was at Michael's, you guys, and it was like $1.99 a sheet. I don't even think it was on sale. I only picked one up, but I absolutely love the wood grain and the variation of the browns and the greens in here. So, you know, they used to make these buckets out of wood. Do y'all hear Abby's new puppy? She's crying over here. She looks like a little rat. anyway, I really love that paper, and I remember that they used to make the buckets out of wood, the way they would make barrels. So that's what I wanted to do here. And even though it has gold going through it, on this one I cut it in silver, the handle, because the handle you can either adhere it down the way I did, here and here, there's the bucket, or you can do it going up, you guys, like this. So you can do either or, especially like if you have like a well card and you want to hang a bucket from the well, this would work great there as well. But I like it going down, and I did make the card, and then I made another embellishment, and I'm going to show you what I did with the other embellishment. And if we have time, and my phone seems to cut off, you guys, after a few minutes. That's why I don't do tutorials on my phone, because it'll break up the videos, and I won't even realize when it happened, and then it'll start working again, recording again. So that's why I don't like to do it, but we'll see. So anyway, that's all I did, you guys. And this little heart right here is something that my friend Meg had gifted me, and she had put this little ribbon with the little orange heart, and I felt that it worked perfectly, so I added it in here. And these are some little sunflower. This was a little sunflower bush I had picked up. And right back here, guys, the gold, I wanted to bring in the gold again from the hello in the bucket. I tucked in some leaves. These are the Target leaves, you guys, that were for $1 the container. And it's a couple of different, 2 or 3 different types of leaves. And I just kind of tucked them in the back here, you guys, to accent, to bring in some of that gold into the flower cluster up here. And then these right here with the gems, you guys, I'm going to share with you what that looks like. And I bought this, guys, years ago. Look, it's a garland, and it's still wrapped up new the way I bought it. I only cut a couple pieces out, but they have these little gems on, berry gems on here, and it was regular $7.99, but I picked this up at Michael's, if I'm not mistaken, when they moved to their new store, and it was only 99 cents, you guys. So I bought it and forgot about it, and when I was looking through my stuff, I found it and thought, oh, I'm going to use that. So I tucked some of those little twigs in here, and they do have wire going through them, so I tucked just 3 little pieces there, you guys. And I think the card came out really pretty, and I combined a variety of papers. All these papers are from different papers. The gray was some that I bought at Tuesday Morning, and they were all gray with this diamond grid on them. And it was a whole pack, and they're like an 8x8. And then this one came from a paper pad. I think it was a fall paper pad, and it had these, they look like poppies to me. But I love the coloring on them because they look, they're orange, and a bright orange, and a you know, a more subtle orange. So, you know, I like the variations in the orange and the grays, so it tied in well with the back. And then this paper is yet another paper pad, you guys, that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. And it had splatters of the orange, different shades of orange, and even the silver right here, like a foil silver. So I thought it looked great with here. And then after I embossed it, I knew that was the paper I wanted to use. This little trim right here is making, again, it's making an appearance. The same one that my friend Meg gave me. You've seen me use that on other projects. And it was still sitting on my desk, and I put it on here, and it matches perfectly. And that's all I did, you guys. And these flowers back here are the little flowers that I used on something I did previously. I showed you something previously. I don't even remember what it was. But I showed you that these flowers, my friend Meg had bought the little bush, and she cut several off for me to share with me. And that's what these are right here. And the little bucket, I did the handle in the gold, exactly like the gold that was going on in the bucket. The hellos in the gold. And I didn't put nothing on the inside, you guys, but I did use 110-pound cardstock. I don't know what I'm going to put in there, but I am going to do something. And then I remembered I had bought these boxes at Tuesday Morning, and they are die cuts with a view, DCWV, which is die cuts with a view. And all I did was the frame that I had left over from this piece, I adhered it here, and then I had cut an extra panel of this because I didn't realize I had used 2 papers and stacked 2 papers together, so I had an extra one, and I just inlaid it in the opening right here. So I made the box match the gift card. So I think that it is beautiful. And, you know, if I need to give someone a thank you card or a birthday card or something for Thanksgiving, this will fit the bill for any occasion, you guys. And so I'm not going to put a sentiment in it until I decide who I'm going to give it to. But like I said, I did make the coordinating box to go with it. And let me tell you guys, I'll start making a card, and I don't choose my box first. But if you're going to make a card, you guys, choose your box first, because boxes are hard to find that fit your cards. So that's after making that mistake several times. I said, you know what, this time I'm going to pick the box that I want to use, and then I'm going to cut my card to fit inside the box. And I love dimensional cards, so this is dimensional, you guys. And so I really do need that little, it looks like maybe, I don't even think it's an inch, it's maybe 3/4 of an inch. But I need that, you know, because I like dimensional cards. So that's the card that I made. And I'm going to show you that die again. Here's the die, and it's a 2-piece die. You get the handle and the little bucket. So this is the one that we're highlighting today. And I made also, you guys, an embellishment. I want to share this embellishment. Look at this embellishment, you guys. Isn't that pretty? It says Autumn Blessings. And if you notice on the handle on this one, I didn't think about it till afterwards, or I would have done it on the other one. I wrapped the twine. I found the little card. This is what I have, you guys. I have the thicker twine, but I wanted the thinner like this. So I found a little piece wrapped on this card. I don't even know what it was from. Maybe a banner or something. And so I wrapped it around the handle, you guys, and just kind of every time I would wrap, I would add a bead of hot glue. That way it was staying wrapped. Look at how pretty that is, you guys. How gorgeous is that as an embellishment for a tag or a card or anything? And it just reminds me like when they rake up leaves and just put them in a bucket. And now to make this top piece, I'm going to tell you what I used, you guys. What I used to make the top piece is I used this die. This is by Dynamics, and it's the coffee cup, the frappe cup. And it's small. It's not very big. It might be maybe 3 inches. Something like that. And the whip topping to it is what I used. Let me put that back in here before I lose it. The whip topping piece is what I used to make. It's what I used to make the cone right here in the box. And then I added some glossy accents, you guys. This is glossy accents. For those of you who don't know or aren't familiar, this is glossy accents. I believe this comes... I want to say black, but black might not be. It might be a dimensional dot or something. But this is glossy accents. This is what I use. You can find this at mostly at any craft store. So I used that, and I put it on the whip topping part, and then I scattered some of these maple leaf confetti glitters that I bought. And that's what it reminds me of, a bucket full of autumn leaves in a variety of foil colors. And look at the sparkle on that, you guys. Am I blinding you? I don't know about you guys, but I love that sparkle. And I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's elegant yet rustic in the same, because of the cording, you know, it has that, I don't know, I just love it. Now, this little autumn right here, you guys, I'm going to share with you where I got that from. You guys remember I did a haul on this. Like, if you didn't watch it, I picked these up from Joann's, and they're from Miss Sparkle and Company, and it had this Gather Together and the Autumn Blessings. Now, I don't have a punch, an oval punch for this. I thought I did, and I didn't. So I bought some dies, but the dies didn't work because the oval was different. You know, not oval dies fit every oval. Even though you have a variety of sizes, some are more oblong than just oval, you guys. So that's the problem I had with the ones I bought. So I had I stamped it with Stays On, and then I fussy cut around it. And then with the oval die, the one a little bit bigger, I did cut out a foil piece and just kind of put them together so it would have the metallic or the foil just on the sides, and everything else was in the black. And I did put it on foam, and it is the foam sheets, you guys. I very rarely do. I use the tape. I most of the time use the foam because I can use bits and pieces. Nobody's going to see that. Now imagine this, you guys, on a card or in a tag or a gift card holder. I think this is beautiful. And here's the back to it, guys. See, there's the whip topping. You can see the whip topping. I put it in through that slit, through the slit right here that was in the die. That's where I put the whip topping. And I did cut out another one, you guys, and maybe we'll be able to put it together without my phone cutting off. If my phone cuts off, you guys, I'm not going to add it again. You know what? I'm just going to share. I'm going to show it to you. All I did was get this piece, and the whip topping this time I cut it in a craft colored, because even if a little bit shows, that's okay. And I just tucked it in here, you guys. I kept it as close to the edge as I could. That's what I did, you guys. And then I added the glossy accents. I did want to share something else with you guys that I haven't used yet, but I plan to use it. Let's add a little bit of glue there. That's all I did. I added a little bit of glue there, and then I tucked it in here, you guys. Oops, not that far down. I kind of got glue everywhere, you guys, but it doesn't matter because we're going to cover that with the confetti, the maple leaves. That's all I did, you guys, right there. And here's the handle that I did. And I cut out 2 pieces. If you have like a cereal box or something, I would recommend that you cut one out with a cereal box or a manila folder, or however to strengthen it, because even though my foil paper is pretty strong, it's still a very thin piece, and you want to give it stability. Now after I glued these together, then I got the twine. Then I got the twine, and I just glued it in the back. I started in the back and just started wrapping around the piece until I got to the end of this little dip right here. You can see where the cording goes, and that's all I did, guys, and glued it down. And then you would just adhere this right there. And like I said, you can do it going down, you can do it going up, but I just put it going down like this. And you can see the rings right here, and all I did was line it up with this ring, this curve around here. That's what I did with it, you guys. But I imagine you can do it lower, you can do it higher, but I kind of did it up here way on top. I liked it better way up here on top. And that's all I did, you guys. And add the glitter and then the little saying on that. That's all that I wanted to share with you guys. I do have a little haul video. I'll share it with you. I didn't buy much. Since we're already here, let's continue with the fall. I bought these beautiful picks. These are probably going to go into a flower fall decor piece for my home. These were $2.99. They were 40% off at Hobby Lobby, and I only picked up a couple. Maybe I should have picked up 3. I don't like even numbers, you guys. I like odd numbers for my decorating. And that is all that I picked up for fall. And then I picked up, let me move these aside. I picked up these little hats, you guys, for those little wooden girl and boys that I do. So I picked up some little hats that I saw there in the, look at these. So anybody want, you know, this is a great idea to put a little hat on them. So they had these, and these were 40% off. And then I picked up this little stickers of lights also in the same area. And I thought I could put, like, if they're holding a piece of Christmas lights from one hand to the next, because their hands are spread out. So I thought that would be great for that. And I also picked up, look at these Wooden Joy Christmas trees, you guys. I actually have one very similar to this, but it's bigger than I am. It's taller than I am. My brother made it for himself out of wood, and he didn't like the glitter, that the glitter would go everywhere when he would store it and stuff. So he gave it to me. So I have a big one like this, probably 5.5 to 6 foot tall, that sits in the front of my yard in Christmas time with red glitter all over it, you guys, and everything is carved out in it. And I was able to find some mint green paper, you guys, to make those tissue flowers that I made. And then somebody wanted to know, they didn't understand the ornament that I made. They didn't understand what I was talking about, what the ball was. This is what the ball is. It's in the same area as all this other stuff. And it's just an ornament that is made out of paper mache, just like a piñata would be made out of paper mache. That's all this is. Just a paper mache ornament. And that's how I started that clay ornament. So I went ahead and picked up some, just a few, just in case I wanted to do a tutorial on that. And there's one more thing that I picked up. Look at this, you guys. Look at this. This is glitter glue. And it was in the same department, in the same section, that little center section when you get all the little Christmas, they have the little stickers, they have the balls, they have some paper pads. They have like a little, Hobby Lobby has a little Christmas section in the center of one of their aisles. And that's where this was. But this has the 3 glitters in one, guys. It's got the copper, or the burnt orange, the gold, and the brown. Look at that, you guys. How pretty that is. I hope that the camera is picking it up. But it has all 3 colors, you guys. Isn't that nice? That's all I wanted to share with you guys. I also want to share one more die that Abby bought. And the reason I want to share it, because that's probably going to be my next project. That one and the unicorn mold, you guys. I'm going to do something. Here's that unicorn that I showed you previously. And here's the mold. I know she still has some of these available. This is going to be maybe today's project. And then she also picked these up, you guys. And it's the pine needle branch, the pine cone, the silhouette, and the intricate cut. And I haven't played with this, so I don't know what I'm going to do or what it looks like, but I am going to use it, you guys. That's all I wanted to share with you guys for today. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate that you guys keep coming back and watching, and I hope that you try this, you guys, because I absolutely, this is so simple, you guys, so classy, but so beautiful. Thanks for watching, guys. Everyone have a great day, and God bless. Bye.